Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the DAX today? So we've been getting these tails, which basically you can see these indicating that the buyers are here. The bears still trying to push down, but the buyers are still pushing the DAX up. And we've hit this level here. And I just want to get to the weekly just to show you that it is the 40 moving average as well as the 5 moving average, okay, on the weekly. It is also a weekly level. You can see the tail of the weekly, and you can see if you look left, there's a lot going on at this level. Okay, now with Trump and his trade war nonsense that's come out again, the DAX futures right now is down 0.2%, so we're sitting at 12,520. Okay, let's remember that. Sitting at 12,520, and we basically closed at 12,600 area. So it's almost 80 points down on where we closed, which is quite a substantial move. Right, so what we want to do, first thing we want to do is just take notes of that trend line, okay? Now there are two trend lines, but I'm just going to focus on the last 3 days for now. Okay, well, I suppose I could extend it further if I wanted to. There it is there. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches on that trend line. We then have a slanting trend line along the top with 3 touches, and that is a rising wedge. Okay, rising wedge right on moving averages on the daily. So if we just go back to daily, you can see we've got the 200 moving average, we've got the 40, and that's it. And then we've got the 5 on the weekly as well. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we're pretty much on the 200 moving average as well. And you can see we're starting to round with the Bollinger Squeeze. We've got diversions, and the oscillators are grouped at the top, and it's a wedge. So this is going to fall. Okay, there is all your signals you need, and you've got an inside tail here, and then you've got another inside tail. So it's kind of a hanging man, double hanging man that's sitting here. And normally when you see this, when you have a nice big green candle to a level, and then you have a tail like that, it normally indicates that we're going to turn. Okay, it is a reversal pattern. Okay, so where are we going? I think that is the big question you need to ask yourself. So you're going to be looking for shorts today. Okay, now if we are sitting at 12,530 at the moment, okay, so we're sitting pretty much down here somewhere. 12,535, that's good enough. So we have broken this trend line. So what I want to see at the open is a little bit of a rally, and then we should see some more downside. Okay, now the target for this wedge, okay, depends how you work it out, but you all know that I'm very conservative when it comes to wedge targets. So it will pretty much be as follows. I'll use the fib for this. So when we go, that's the first touch of the wedge, that's the last touch of the wedge. So my first target will be 50% of the height of the wedge, which is there. Okay, so let's put a level in there. So that would be my first target, and you'll see it does line up with an inside tail here, and that is 12,457, so call it 12,460. Okay, the second area for my wedge target will be the wedge height. Okay, but I don't quite like what I see here, so my second target for the wedge will be there, which is this previous breakout. Okay, and that is 12,334. So I call it 12, just to be on the safe side, 12,340. Move it up slightly. that would get you triggered. 12,340. Okay, so that's kind of my downside targets for the wedge. And what we can do is just get rid of the Fibonacci now. Okay, so these are the areas that I'm looking where I suspect we'll probably have a consolidation for a move back to the upside. Okay, and with the Dow, especially on the hour, so long as we're above the 20, we're moving up. We're below the 20, we are in a downward trend. Okay, one thing that may influence us today is the euro dollar. So this depends how the euro reacts to this news. And if the euro gets stronger, it's going to add fuel to a downside move. If the euro gets weaker with a stronger dollar, then it may counteract this move, and the DAX may stabilize in either range or even move to the upside. Okay, a lot of factors will influence what's going to go on today. Anyway, I think what I'd like to show you just in close is, so on the Aussie and the Dow, I use a strategy which is the open range break strategy. So let me just get rid of all the noise. The closing range break strategy. And basically what it is the last hour of trading is your range. Okay, but with the DAX, because we've got after hours data, in my eyes it's after hours data because the market closes at 5:30. So if you work out, let's just get the Fibonacci. So you're looking at the 4:30 to 5:30 half-hour bars. Okay, so for me that's 10 and 11, bar 10 and 11 from the close. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's there to there. Okay, so this was the range of trading, and there's the breakout target. So the breakout target is the height of the range, and then target 2 is the 161% extension, target 3 is the 261% extension, and target 4 is the 361% extension. Okay, so if you see that, you can see we broke out on Friday, and then Monday we gapped up to get it. So you could have had a trade in on this break on Friday. Your stop loss would be either at the below of the range or at the 50% of the range, whichever way you want to work your risk profile. Okay, so if we just move that to this one, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it bar 10 and 11, which is pretty much those there. Okay, you can see we broke up on Tuesday, we came back, we found support on the 50%, and then we went up and hit the breakout target. We hit target 2 and target 3. Okay, so I think from now on what I will do is we will work out what that open range, the closing range is as well, like I do on the Dow. And let's delete that now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 10 and 11, which are these two bars there. Okay, and the break, what triggers a break is a lower close. So you can use a 6 minute. I like using a 12-minute close, but you can use a 6 or a 10 or 12 or 15, but nothing really more than that to indicate what direction you're going to go in. Okay, and yeah, I think that's it today. So just last look at where we are at the moment, still hovering around the 12,530 area, and 12,530 area. So we're really basically hovering around target 2 at the moment. Okay, so sometimes it's very difficult to get in on this trade, but it does give you a fairly good indication of what the levels are. So if we do retrace back up and find some support, some resistance somewhere up here, then you've got these levels as your targets. And once the first one's been hit, like yesterday, first one gets hit, second one, third one. A lot of times the first one gets hit, retraces, and hits the second level, then the third level. Okay, so that's kind of my take of the day, is more than likely looking for shorts, but anything down in this area here, I will be looking for longs, and the only reason for that is because the 4-hour trend for me is still up. Okay, so this is a wedge, but I would look to see the retest of the wedge unless the wedge target gets hit, at which point I will look for longs anyway. Okay, so I'm still going to trade with a trend, but there is opportunities for shorts here until we find some support, and then it's back in long, and we'll take it from there. Okay, guys, so yep, starting off with shorts, and then just keep those levels I've given you, 50% of the wedge height, and then just above 100% of the wedge height, and then look down below for any other opportunities to get in long. Okay, guys, that's my take on the DAX. Hope it helps, and stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers, man.